Hi there, I'm Harry, and I cannot talk to you about the plan. Why not? Well, this one's easy. The plan is 5 minutes long and it's free. You can go and play it right now after this if you want. The bar for this one is literally on the floor. It's so low it has the density of a neutron star. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. So what can I talk about? As always, I can talk about the store description for the plan. A fly ascends to the skies, pondering the pointlessness of its brief existence. Nice one, guys. You pretty much just spoiled the entire thing there. Jesus. Okay, well, fuck. Let's talk about something else. Okay. I found this article the other month. I think it popped up on my Twitter timeline, and it's titled "Are Games Art?" School. That's good, I like that. I'll link it below. It's about game development courses and that so many people that enter these courses at university don't find a job at the end. According to Brendan, learning game development isn't about technically learning game development, it's about writing poetry. It's about being an artist. You see, when I was at university, I remember there was a games course. I remember catching glimpses of it and thinking, how on earth is anyone gonna actually make games with any of this stuff? Like, what's the difference between these people and me doing computer science being taught technically very much the same stuff? There's this thing with game development, like there's a barrier that some people seem to hit, and that's all of the things that you need to do in order to make the game. Like, you sit down and you open up Unity and whatever and go, how am I going to put all of this together? I don't know how to code, I don't know how to draw, I don't know what a Quaternion is. Definitely said that wrong. And while I would never assert the claim that making video games is easier than you think, I don't think that's the thing that's stopping people, especially with game development. I mean, I've participated in the GMTK Game Jam for like 3 years in a row now, and I can safely say the most difficult thing is not the time limit. Making a game in 48 hours is not difficult, trust me. If I can do it, then you certainly can as well. You know what's more difficult? Making the game. I've written that in italics to properly distinguish it. It's the stuff beyond the technicalities, what you want your game to say, what you want the player to feel when they play it, what decisions are you going to make to do all of this. It's not about the graphics or the art or the writing, this isn't even about the gameplay, it's about the vibe of the game. I'm sure there's like an actual word for it. So how do you teach that? I would set briefs such as make a game about home, or we would go to a local art gallery and I would instruct them to choose any artwork in this gallery and adapt it into a video game. And I was very broad about what that meant, like they could do whatever they want with it, as long as they could justify why they had done that. The thing is, you're not going to get games that you normally play from doing this. You aren't going to make the next Elden Ring or Hades, and that's okay, obviously, but you are going to get games that are just as interesting, if not more so. When was the last time you played a game like this? A game that's no longer than 5 minutes? A game without the big budget of big studios? An experimental game that might not necessarily be fun, but will still give you something to think about? Have you played Loneliness? Have you played Dysphoria? Have you played The Plan? The strength of these games is that they are designed by restriction, often on a fraction of the time and budget of their more robust counterparts. But in that imperfection lies a certain beauty, the creator's work in its most distilled form, or something equally poetic. Look, this isn't to say that only small games can give profound messages. This isn't to say that we should all be playing these kinds of games either. They might not be your thing. A lot of the experimentation behind games like this are just that. Pong without a paddle is not very fun. It's very difficult to make though. I mean, Jesus, a lot that goes into making Pong. What a terrible idea. I've wasted like 30 minutes of my life on 3 seconds of video. I'm just here to let you know that these games exist, and they're interesting, and the barrier to entry is usually quite low. If you care about games or you're interested in how they work beyond the mechanics, then I cannot recommend The Plan enough. Also, you're watching a YouTube video, so you probably have nothing better to do. Let me know what you think. Hey, thank you for watching. If you want more, you can subscribe and do the cool YouTube things, such as liking the video and commenting and stuff. I mean, you don't have to. Who cares, really? Yeah, that's it. See you around.